Yes, peeps. Welcome to the second lesson. Yeah, this is more for directors, man. I feel like for some directors, yeah, we can get overwhelmed by like some of the talent that we have. Maybe you're dealing with someone more experienced in whatever field they're in. An actor, a cinematographer, etc. But understand that in the structure of filmmaking, or even anything to do with capitalism, to be honest, that there's like a director at the top of that. And speaking to filmmaking more than anything, you can have an actor. I know it sounds crazy, but say you've got like an Idris Elba or something like that on your production. He's 20 years, 20, 30, whatever in the game. You understand? He's been doing this thing from one day. But this ain't a TV show. It's not like EastEnders been going for 40 years and then, you're the director on an episode, and it's like there's already been a culture where that has to be respected, and it's like, you got to listen to Ian Bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, to some extent, when it comes to the dynamic of making films and Idris Elba, or I think that's just an example of like someone who's very good as an actor in what they do, and plus, to be fair, he's directed himself, so maybe a better example would have been better. But my point is, when it's your production, when it's your writing, you're the director, an actor is to respect your vision. That's how this thing works, whether we like it or not. And don't be afraid. And I speak from experience. I've been in situations like, anyone will know this about me. Like, if I meet, here's like one of my things, right? If I meet a new actor and he's like proper, like, I can see he knows his stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. I have an insecurity sometimes of feeling like I'm gonna be judged for critiquing them too much. When I'm around other actors that I've worked with multiple times, there's a comfort there. You know what I mean? I can be myself. But sometimes you can feel like you don't want to critique someone else who is quite senior in what they've been doing. Thinking about times where like you might, a director might deal with a cinematographer, right? And a director suggesting something, and a cinematographer saying that's not going to work, and it's like I hear ya. But like being a cinematographer myself as well, I've had to take the L when a director wants their vision done a certain way. And yeah, I'm not gonna act like it was just Rosie and Jim. Like I was just like, I was like, all right, cool. But I'm there as a cinematographer, not as a director, not as the writer. You understand? So for me, it's like I'm doing my job. As long as my cinematography is on point, like, what are we really talking about here? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really got to stress about nothing. That's how I look at it. Not to say that man's not going to put 100% in. You understand? Always have to put 100% in. But understand, when you're coming onto a production, your director, it's their vision. Even when it comes down to writing, like, and everyone can pick and choose whether they want to collaborate with people or not. You understand? You can pick and choose. But some of us want, the success or new content, and we compromise. But then when we're in the situation, we don't follow the rules. We don't follow the chain of command. You understand what I'm saying? But this video is more about directors being afraid to direct. In all fairness, don't be afraid to direct, because everyone's there based on your vision anyway. Like, that's why we're here. Or you wouldn't be the director. Someone has to lead this. If there's two directors, co-directors, then there's co-directors. You understand? There's maybe the writer, but whatever it is, it needs to be agreed before. Do you know what I'm saying? If the writer's going to come on and, have a say in things that they don't want to change. You understand what I'm saying? But again, the writer is the foundation. The writer is not necessarily the executor of the whole thing. You understand what I'm saying? It comes down to the director. So yeah, I'm just telling you, lot, like, rah, if you're a director doing your thing, don't be afraid to direct, because it's your job. I've made that mistake, and I'll use those experiences to tell you lot, go with your gut, because I'll tell you this for free. If something happens and you're thinking, oh, this person's senior, but in your gut you wanted to change something, or in your gut you wanted to tell them something, and you didn't tell them, trust me, I'm learning from that. because I'm looking at, don't get me wrong, nothing's like terrible, it's not terrible, and maybe sometimes it is just preference, you understand what I'm saying? But I've definitely seen times where I've skimmed on giving the direction that I should have and going with my gut, and then looking at the result after and realizing I should have spoke up. I should have. And I can't make that mistake again. So yeah, instead of having to make your own mistakes, learn from mine. Yeah. Boom.